Typhoon Saola has made landfall in the southern Chinese province of Guangdong as violent winds lashed nearby Shenzhen, Hong Kong, and Macau, leaving at least one dead and a trail of destruction and flooding in many areas. Hong Kong and China's neighboring provinces canceled hundreds of flights on Friday and shut businesses and schools as the super typhoon, packing winds of more than 200 kilometers per hour, 125 miles per hour, edged closer, forcing some 900,000 people to leave areas at risk in Guangdong and Fugin provinces. But as southern China's coastal areas braced for the storm's arrival, Sala was downgraded before dawn on Saturday, after the typhoon passed Hong Kong without the much-feared direct hit on the financial hub and then weakened. Chinese authorities said Sala had made landfall in Guangdong's Zhuhai city, with winds slowing to about 160 kilometers lashed, 99 miles per hour, and was expected to weaken further as it moved along China's southern coastline. Local media reported that one person was killed in Guangdong's Shenzhen city after a tree fell and hit their vehicle. Railway operations in Guangdong were allowed to gradually resume from 8:30 a.m., 0:30 Greenwich Mean Time local time, the railway operator said. Despite weakening, Sala will continue to affect the region, Chinese authorities said, due to strong winds and rains. Local media in Shenzhen reported that Sala had moved away from the city on Saturday morning and warnings were downgraded from a red typhoon to a yellow rainstorm alert. Though winds and rains have weakened, members of the public were still advised to remain inside, according to reports. Hong Kong had imposed its highest hurricane storm signal of 10 on Friday night, lowering it to 8 by Saturday morning. The city's weather observatory said it would remain in force until 4 p.m., 8 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time, as heavy rain and flooding were still affecting the territory. Fallen trees were strewn over many roads, particularly in the more exposed outlying islands. In Hong Kong's bustling Causeway Bay district, many building signs had flown off. In Macau, the world's biggest gambling center, casinos were allowed to reopen from 8 a.m. on Saturday, the government said, after shutting on Friday night. Hekui, a typhoon not as strong as Saola, is now forecast to make landfall on Taiwan's far southeastern coast late on Sunday afternoon and bring heavy rain across the island into next week. All trains in and out of Guangdong province were suspended from 8 p.m. on Friday to 6 p.m. on Saturday, local time. The cities of Shenzhen and Guangzhou had already closed schools, and Shenzhen, a city of more than 17 million people, also ordered businesses and financial markets to shut from Friday afternoon due to the risk from the potentially destructive winds heading its way. Many supermarkets in Shenzhen were set to close early, and hundreds of flights were cancelled both there and in the nearby city of Zhuhai. The Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau bridge connecting the three cities was shut from 3:30 p.m. local time on Friday.